Hi everybody, welcome to this all 18-hole playthrough. Free to play balls only for Master Division in the College Football Playoff Tournament. Please hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally free to do so. Check the channel homepage for academy tutorials and other tournament content as well. Like I said, free to play balls only. Will be a little bit tougher than using premium, but obviously if it's your first time or you're fairly new to Master, an excellent starting point for you to use here. Remember to tweak according to wind strength and wind angle difference, as well as your club's balls and play style. Practice tokens are always advisable up in Master. Timestamps in the video description down below. Good luck, here we go. Hole number 1, we do have a form of send it win, so it is going to be Berserker. 5.8 bars top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Stretch out, find the position, yellow ring touching the rough on the left. Then we are adjusting max plus 10. Max plus 10, be careful, you will adjust off the cliff, so just adjust as accurately as you can. Once done, push back up to max, straight push up. Then we are going to go with full curl to the left, and looking like 3 to 4 rings of overpower. You may need to just change that depending how much wind push you're going to get. If you have more tailwind, obviously reduce the overpower slightly. Minor great right, but this is still going to be absolutely fine. Also tested with great left and perfect, all working out absolutely brilliantly. Because we are hitting a great right, we do come in on the right hand side, but still parks up very nicely on the fringe for an easy end bringer. Eagle. I'd play that one max top spin. Hole number 2, we do have hole in 1 here, which I do believe is going to be another must drop in Master. Set up, blue ring touching the fringe, there we see at plus 9 yards. 6 bars backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Don't worry about the ball guide, just find your landing position there with the Guardian. Adjustment here, max plus 30. Max plus 30, I'm doing 10 rings first, then going to push the rest, otherwise the tree and the cliff is in the way. Can use a Centurion here to reduce the wind if you want to, but I've dropped this both with Kingmaker and Centurion. Finally, half wall curl to the right. Half wall curl. So edge of the ball, halfway into the adjustment ring on the right. Hitting perfect, and it bounces. Second bounce just pin high, taking the slope and rolling beautifully for a hole in 1 on hole number 2. Berserker time here. Now, reducing topspin a little bit here, I came very, very close to the rough on my main. So I'm going with 5 bars of topspin, a little bit of side spin to the right. Adjustment here, max plus 10. Then once we're done adjusting, push back up to max. Again, we've got very strong wind for a Zerk. So this is one you're going to have to tweak a little bit with your topspin. Pushing right the way up to max, obviously you can do this with APOC 5 easily and Thor's Hammer. Not going with full overpower, like 3 rings is enough here. 3 to 4 rings, I wouldn't go any more than that. Double great right, doesn't matter, the fairway is wide and we're going to get very, very nicely down there. Don't want to push this too hard, you risk rolling into the rough and also being in between clubs on the second shot. This is kind of as far as I want to go. I could easily have taken off a bit of topspin or a bit of overpower here. 526, that's okay. Guardian for me, second shot for the backspin. I've got it in a good level here, but obviously you do have lower level Guardians will have decent backspin as well. So going with 2 bars of right spin, 7 bars backspin. And I'm playing this one true distance of club plus 10 for elevation. I think I play this one at mid. And the aim here, just get safely on to the green or the fringe. Little bit of curl to take us in, so edge of the ball touching the ring on the right, and sadly a minor great left, so it does mean we roll slightly off the back here, but we've still got a very, very makeable wedge. We could play a little bit more aggressively here, but like I say, well, actually we're off the front of the green, I thought it was the back, but we're okay here and we've got a very makeable wedge either way. Using the Guardian. I'm going to show you the drive with the APOC 5. Obviously, if you've got higher level APOC, go with max topspin and reduce your overpower. I'm backing up here. This is a hole where a luminary is very, very useful though, just to cut the wind down a little bit. So I'm starting at plus 15 and then I'm adjusting max plus 10. Takes me just to overpower. I'm going to put a few rings on this and go with some right curl to counter the wind. I played exactly same shot with Apox 7, just with more topspin. I went with 2 rings of overpower and drove exactly the same distance. So that just gives you an idea if you do want to tweak your value of topspin depending what level driver you've got. Even with a great right on this club, we're nowhere near the sand, and we're all right here, 380 yards. Obviously, the rough bump is the best chance you've got for an eagle. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to show you a simple get it on the green shot here with the Guardian. Adjust here true club distance plus 10% elevation. So I work this one to be about 40% of my club. And I think we adjust this about 10 rings. I'm going with 8 bars backspin, not max backspin. I tried that on my first attempt, and with the headwind pushing us, it can leave you with a pretty nasty putt shading into overpower. So just take a bar off from max backspin and you'll find this will hold very nicely. We could have probably gone with half a bar less, but still, we're on the green. I'm going to take a putt there all day and every day. I did have a think about the rough bump here, but with the Kingmaker it can put you into overpower territory, I believe, in stronger winds. So I'm going for a bounce over. 3.6 bars backspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Sadly, I hit a great ball on the tweak that I wanted to do here, so I will explain what I think we need to do. The adjustment here is mid plus 5, and if you just rewind the video, look at the second bounce. With spin added, it bounces 1 row below where the pin stands. So mid plus 5, power 3. However, what we need to go is with some right curl here. So I would say right edge of the ball, halfway into the adjustment ring on the right. You'll see it bounces very nicely here. It does take the slope, but we just needed a little bit of curl there to be in with a chance. So just add a bit of curl there, keep the adjustment the same. You got a decent chance with a Kingmaker. We do have send it wind here. Obviously, if you do have a top spin boost ball, most likely you are going to get to the green, but in the interest of keeping this free to play, I'm going to show you an approach with Berserker. Stretch out, bullseye, just touching the top of the bunker, then add spin. 5.8 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right. If you have more top spin, don't go with it because you may well get a glitch roll, especially in higher winds. Max plus 5 is the adjustment, and then pushing back up to max. And then we are going with 1 ball curl to the right, no overpower. Try and hit perfect, which we do. Minor great left, minor great right should still be fine. And the idea is we just bounce here and roll very nicely towards the end of the fairway. Like I said, no more topspin than that. You may well get a glitch roll, end up in the rough. Second shot, going to use the Thorn, and we're going to count up rings from min. So find your position there and push up, count the number of rings until the ball guide is going to the front edge of the hole. So there is 5. There is looking like 9 or 10 rings from min. Ball guide to hole, no spin. So we're going to play a 1% slider for every ring from min. So here, 10 rings from min, playing 10% slider plus 10% elevation. We adjust our rings. Ball guide just going to the front of the cup because we do have tailwind and we don't want to come in too hot. And we're going to hit perfect. Very good chance of albatross here. If you do obviously want to go with a bigger ball to try and get to green, you can. But I do think the Thorn has a very good chance of dropping, which we do there for a very nice albatross. And this is a difficult shot with the Navigator and the Rocket. We have to use power 1 ball, otherwise we will go in between clubs. Aim at centre of the pad, 8 backspin, 1 bar side spin to the left. The adjustment here, which is awkward because of the bunker, is mid plus 5. And I'm looking to do a very small pull angle of 12.01. Here I do too much pull angle, so we are going to be short. And we're going with a little bit of left curl as well. Unfortunately, do hit a minor great ball, but still going to be fine. But like I said, this is a difficult hole for free to play. If you do have a wind 5 ball and you're happy to spend it, then I would really go with that. Okay, starting with a Berserker here, we've got send it wind. So I'm going to stretch out and aim right between the bunkers there. I'm going here with 5 bars of topspin, 2 bars side spin to the left. However, I would remove probably half a bar of topspin in strong wind. 15.8 is pretty good with a Zerk. So just remove some if you do get this wind. Obviously lower winds you might want a little bit more. My adjustment here is actually max +5, and that's because on the first account I hit the bunker on the left even with a perfect. So it's max +5, power 5 numbers, pushing right the way up to max. Then we're going full overpower and half a ball of curl to the left. You can do this with an APOC 5, absolutely fine, no problem at all. Untested with Thor's hammer or anything like that, so you're just going to have to judge. You'll see here though we really do clear wonderfully those bunkers, and the topspin carries down. We had an extra roll there, which is why I just want you to take a bit of topspin off. We were very, very lucky that that held fairway. So I think 4.5 top going to be better for you there. Second shot here, we've got a great opportunity with the thorn. Obviously got to contend with the wind here. So I play this one 20% slider and I go with 10% elevation. However, I do under adjust it. So if you are going to do similar setup here, you know, counting up rings from min, then I would go 15% on the slider. I do think we'd have had this in with 15% just to deal a little bit more with the strong crosswind. But either way, you've got a very, very good opportunity here on hole number 1. I do think a shorter drive will give you a better angle as well into the pin for the second shot here, but just missing there. So a little bit more adjustment needed on hole 1, but a good reference point for you. Going with a Centurion here because a Kingmaker can make you adjust into minimum distance line. So that's why I'm using a Centurion on this one. Blue ring touching the fringe, red ring touching the rough on the right. Max backspin and going with some right spin as well. My adjustment here, I'm going mid +5. I do feel when I went mid +10 was actually over adjusting it a little bit here, so that's why I went for mid +5. Sadly though, we did hit a great left here, so which was unlucky, so I wanted to test this with a perfect. But I do believe perfect would obviously have been a little bit nearer the hole. Was a fairly hefty great left, but I think that tweak is going to be nice, and if anything else, it's going to be a safe birdie there.
Set up Thor's hammer for the ball guide, red ring touching the rough on the right at +1 yards. Then we're going to add 1 bar top spin, 1.5 bars side spin to the right. Adjustment here, medium distance, 20% elevation, mid +20, and then we are going to take our shot. Bear in mind, great balls to the right will risk the rough on the right due to the wind direction that we do have. Thankfully here we do hit perfect, and this one comes in very nicely. We just want to approach the bottom of the fairway. Anywhere around here, just those tips of those shadows, can be absolutely fine. Second shot here, do make an error, but I will advise you what to do. Go with the wood club with the biggest amount top spin. So the big dog, Cataclysm, or the Horizon. Max top spin, aim at the centre of the green. Now here I do over adjust this shot quite a lot, and you are going to see we do clip the rough on the other side. However, I did actually manage to save the eagle. If you do adjust into overpower, obviously apply the overpower as well. The adjustment I would recommend, rather than what I do here, is medium distance +5%. Mid +5 should be absolutely fine. Apply overpower, whatever you adjust in. Obviously, you saw we bounced very near the rough on the left and did clip the rough. Thor's hammer, once again, for the top spin. Go with as much top spin as you have, half a bar side spin to the right, setting up at max with the Kingmaker, clear ring touching the rough on the left. So max top spin, half a bar side spin to the right. Then we are going to adjust this one, max distance +15% elevation. Max +15 on this one, and that is because the wind otherwise will push us very close or near the rough on the left hand side. Once we're done, push back up to max. Only going to be 1 or 2 yards left that you can push up, but then we do hit perfect again. Beware, great ball to the left or the right may well risk the rough, as the fairway is very narrow. As you can see, just on left to centre, but it does roll out very nicely. Second shot, very good chance of an eagle here with the tweak that I'm going to give you based on my first look. Counting up rings from min with the thorn, again, no spin. So the number of rings we are to get the ball guide to the hole, played 1% slider per ring. So if you've pushed up 14 rings, play 14% slider. Here I use -5 elevation, however this is under adjusted. We need, I think, to play 0 elevation. And you'll see why here. We do give this one a perfect ball, but it is slightly under adjusted. So I do believe with the tweak I've suggested here, you will drop this one very nicely for an eagle. No spin shot, but just look at that, just missing on the left-hand side. I'm going to play with the rock. This is a difficult hole, to be honest, in all divisions. Half a bar of backspin is what I'm doing here. Red ring touching the bunker and also the rough on the right. So just half a bar of backspin. Then the adjustment here, which is awkward because of the slope, medium distance, 10% elevation. Medium distance plus 10. Adjust as accurately as you can. It will equate to approximately 1-on-1 plus 0.1. Hit perfect, and this one does bounce, and we are fairly close to the green. Not going to drop this one, but it's not bad, and I do think with a tweak or two here, very good chance of dropping this one for a hole in one with a kingmaker. +10 with APOC 7. If you've got lower level APOC like APOC 4, go max with the Titan here. And we're just looking at the aim point that we've got. 4.5 bar top spin, 2 bar right spin. Then we're going full OP, full curl, full slice. And we're just reducing the top spin because we can't roll too long here. But as you'll see, this one bounces really, really nicely, and we've got a brilliant chance for an albatross here. We were close on it, which you will see now, but I want you guys to go and drop this one because I didn't, and I really wanted to drop it. Looking at min distance, going to push up, so I've got room to adjust. I think I push up 8 rings, so I'm playing it 8% slider. Here I go with 15 elevation, but I would like you to go with 20% elevation. Either that or just tweak the setup of the shot. This is a fairly easy short iron, to be honest. We just came in a little bit too hot and a little bit under adjusted. And you'll see in a moment we did hit perfect, we did give it a go, but it's a brilliant chance. And with just a Titan as well, this is a really good opportunity for a drop for free-to-play players. Perfect ball, but look at this one. Just on the edge, so give it a couple of decimals more. You're going to get that one in for a lovely albatross. Got a drop here, dropped it twice actually. Going with the luminary, I do think this will help you just to get over there. With the APOC 5, I did go obviously max top spin that I had with a luminary. It clipped the rough and rolled out, but I still got the drop. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. Obviously go with as much top spin as you can. APOC 7 is an advantage, as will be the APOC 6. Going 4 rings of overpower with this club. With APOC 5 I would go max. Half a ball of curl to the right. Minor great ball, but it's okay. We have room for that. And you'll see it bounces over. Just clears it though, even with an APOC 7 and a luminary. And we roll out very nicely here. Now, second shot, go with the long iron, which gives you good ball guide. For me, it's the Grizzly. We have good backspin as well. I'm estimating club distance here from minimum. Then I'm going to apply backspin, and we're going to find the funnel. So max backspin with this Grizzly, and just move around here and find that spot. As you can see, the second bounce, even if I move to the right, the wind effect is still going to make us drop this on line. And the funnel is brilliant. This is my idea of a funnel. So I'm playing true club distance, 10% elevation. This one was 15% on the slider. But like I say, I do think you've got like half a ring either side margin of error here, because this funnel is so good. And this is a brilliant opportunity for a drop. Just need to get your drive over there. Like I said, even when I clipped the rough and rolled out, I played this one mid-distance in that scenario, still dropped it. Okay, top half of the cut, but it's in, and we've got a lovely eagle. Nasty wind angle on this one. Max top spin, 2.5 bars side spin to the left. So max top spin, 2.5 left spin. And we're going to have the red ring touching the rough at +1 yards. So red ring at +1. Adjust max +10 and look at how much overpower that we need to use. About 2 rings there does take us into overpower, so if we adjust into overpower, we're going to apply that exact amount. No curl, just aim to hit perfect. I do believe great left and a minor great right will be fine because you've got plenty of fairway to aim at, but obviously we do want to try and hit perfect to get maximum distance on the shot. Finding centre fairway there, which is absolutely fine. Drive distance anywhere around 350 is going to be good. Second shot playing with the Grizzly, obviously if you've got the B52 you can use that as well. Estimating club distance as best as possible. I did do a rough check here which was at +6 if you want to use that as a reference. But then we're going to apply some backspin and we're going to aim with the ball guide just going through the hole. So it's going to be between 2 and 2.5 bars of backspin. Here I play this one 60% slider, 0 elevation, however this is under adjusted. So I would recommend to you with a rough check of +6 with the Grizzly level 9 that you play 70% on the slider. That would be the recommendation here. We do hit perfect. No need for any pull angle, just going for a straight pull. We just through the bunker and out. But just missing to the left side, but very, very nice speed. I'm going to use a berserker here just to remove any doubt of getting over there and leaving max OP. Obviously, if you do have a luminary, then by all means use that one as well. Apply spin and then stretch out. 3 bars top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. See the second bounce just over the rough. Now we can see we will need to do some pushing up here to make sure we are going to clear. Then we are going to adjust max +15. So that's maximum distance, 15% elevation. And once we are done, we are going to push up to max, which is obviously going to take away some of the overpower that we need. Again, bear in mind you will have wind angle and wind strength variance. 2 rings of overpower and a little bit of curl to the left is what I go with here. Maybe didn't need that much curl. I did play it a second time, went without curl and was still absolutely fine. So maybe just half a wall left curl would be best. Second shot, I'm going to show you here the Sniper, but I would really recommend you go with the Guardian instead if you've got it in good level. Just play with max backspin that you have. Here I do go with the Sniper and it is fine. Obviously the Guardian would park the ball up much nicer. Here I would recommend you play true club distance plus 20% elevation. Make sure you do push up, otherwise you will not have room to adjust and you will hit the Grizzly instead. So here I played mid +10, but really, to be honest, true distance of club with 20% elevation would be better in my opinion. Go with some curl to the right and this will obviously help bring the ball in very, very nicely. As I said, a little bit long there, so the Guardian will be better. Now this is worthy of a Centurion, just to cut the wind down here. Higher level Thor's Hammer is better. You can do this with a Thor's Hammer 6 as well, go max backspin. But what I want you to do here is do less adjustment. I go max +10 and I'm always hitting on the right here. So I would say you could probably reduce down to max +5. I don't do any pushing up here. Just concentrate on hitting perfect ball. I hit minor great right with Thor's Hammer level 6 and landed just in the rough. So concentrate on hitting perfect. You'll see here we do have room to aim a little bit more to the left or adjust left. Look at that, hitting the fringe. So just tweak the adjustment there or aim a little bit more to the left. Max topspin, and I go with 2 bars side spin to the left, but I do change it to 1. So aim to the left. We want to take the trees out of the equation. I did not do this on my first look. Stretching out to max there is the reference point. Adjust max +10 power 5 numbers. Obviously APOC 7 is good for the top spin, but you can clear this with an APOC 5 as well. Push up to max. Then we're going to go with some overpower and some left curl. About 4 rings of overpower is good here. If you have more tailwind and a zerk, you may want to just take a ring away. But we have got some room for error. Look, we're about 3 rings before the sand there, and that's fine, and the top spin is taking us very, very nicely down there. Second shot now, you're going to need a 180 yard wood club, I would suggest. I have cat 7 here, which is going to do me very nicely. I'm going to back up a few rings just so I don't adjust into overpower. Then we're going to go with top spin, and we're going to do second bounce rollout. I adjust this one with 10% elevation just to counter some of the wind push. So I'm going with the top spin, max top spin, 2 bars right spin, bounce and roll out. It's a technical shot here, but I do believe it's the best chance of securing the eagle. So we're going to adjust here when I actually grab the bullseye. There we are. And going to take our shot. Go with all the top spin you have, and obviously refer to the second bounce. If you have less top spin, you may need to push it slightly harder so that you can guarantee a rollout. Minor great right, doesn't matter with this level of club. Bounce in there. Look, we're just on the green, so we could have pushed it a bit harder.
Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots. Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.